Hello, welcome to HCR Training Course Chapter 1.0. This time, you will learn about graphic user interface and system installation. Let's start. If you start robot by pushing power button on the teaching pendant, you can see the robot operations screen of RODI. If you click the handwheel logo at the right top of the screen, you can see the menu bar of RODI. On the robot operation screen, you can see the 3D simulation screen and change the simple setting of robot before start robot. As you can see, you can change the safety setting, reset, select the robot configuration, change the tool input voltage, and select the robot program. On the 3D simulation screen, you can see the robot image, which is exactly same as real robot status. You can zoom in and zoom out, rotate the view, see the customizing coordinates, program path and waypoints of selected program. In Programming menu, you can make a new program or manage the robot programs. You can import, export and also delete robot programs. In Monitoring menu, you can see two sub-menus inside. On the robot status screen, you can check the robot pose and health. You can see the joint status and speed of all each joint in real time. On the Robot Health tab, you can check the power consumption, current and voltage of each joint in real time. On the I/O monitoring screen, you can check and test all input and output signals of the robot. If you click the little circle in the output section, you can change the digital output status of each output port. Blue color means high and red means low status. You can also monitor the analog input status and you have to select voltage or current before start monitoring. You can set the analog output signal in analog output session and have to select the output type before start monitoring. You have to click the gray box of the analog output section and change type the output level to say analog output. Tool input and output signal monitoring is the same as general I/O status. You can change the input power for your end effector on this screen. On the report screen, you can see the report of robot. You can see cumulative running time of your robot. You can see the report in specified period if you want. Just click the calendar on the top or screen and select the period. In the setting menu, you can see the 7 subtitles in that menu. Robot setting step is very important step just before robot starts, so you have stay focused on this menus. On the TCP setting screen, you can make a new TCP, edit the TCP setting and also delete TCP setting. You can learn about the detail of this setting at next chapter of this course. On the mounting screen, you have to select an angle for robot installation. This setting affects gravity compensation method for robot arm. So you have to check the tilted angle of real robot and adjust the value carefully. There are 3 preset icons as you can see, and just click if you want to use preset value. On the input and output setup screen, you can see 4 tabs and you can change the screen by clicking the tab menu. You can change the name of each input and output port and assign one of preset functions. On the coordinate screen, you can manage your own coordinate system. There are 3 types of coordinate and you can make a new one and also delete. On the Modbus TCP screen, you can manage your Modbus device. You can add and delete devices and also manage Modbus signals for communication. On the Global Variables screen, you can manage global variables for programming and communication with other equipments. On the I/O bit operation screen, you can use the combinations of general input values as a trigger of special function. You can manage the combinations on this screen. Next step is safety setting. You can see 3 subtitles in this menu. In Motion Limit screen, you can manage the motion limits like speed and rotation angle of each joint. You can also manage the maximum TCP speed of the robot. In Redundant Input and Output screen, you can manage configurable signals for safety function. In Safety Boundaries screen, you can manage the safety and tool boundaries for safety function. In Vision System screen, you can manage vision devices and vision workspace. You have to use one of 5 pre-tested vision makers if you want to use this menu. There are 4 subtitles in Management menu. On the User Management screen, you can manage the user accounts for RODI. You can add, delete and edit user accounts for one robot, and that will help you to manage and protect robot from unexpected modification from unauthorized users. On the Robot Management screen, you can manage a robot. You can add and delete robots if you want. If you use Twin Controller of Hanwha Precision Machinery, you can add 2 robots in this screen. On the Log screen, you can search all logs of your robot. You can select the specific period and search and export log data for analysis. On the Setting Management screen, you can manage pre-saved robot setting values as a file format. If you click the Packing Pose, robot arm will move and make a pose for packaging for transport in. You can also set the auto servo on and start program functions using input signals. Robot setting values are able to saved as a specified file, and you can import and export files for copy and paste the setting values. In the Software Configuration menu, you can see 4 subtitles. On the General Setting menu, you can change the language of RODI, and also modify date and time. If you click the Calibrate touchscreen button, you can start calibration of display panel. On the Network setting, you can set values for network communication, set IP address and server data. On the Software Update screen, you can check the version of your robot software. You can also update RODI and controller software on this screen. If you click the message icon, you can see the pop-up screen for message. All messages will be displayed on that pop-up screen. There is a button for manual control mode at left bottom corner. If you click that button, you can turn on the robot arm instead of clicking power on button in the robot operation screen. In the manual control mode, you can see 3D simulation screen and jog icons for robot movement. If you want to move robot according to selected coordinate, choose a coordinate and click jog icon as you want. You can check the motion of the robot in the 3D simulation screen in real time. You can also rotate each joint separately using plus and minus button of joint position section. If you click the gray box of tool position data or manual input tab on the screen, you can type a detail tool or joint position data as you want. Just click the data box of the screen and type a data and click OK button. And then, press the move button until the robot arrive at the new position. You can also use home position, 3 directional rotation buttons for programming. Now, you know where is the menu you want. Let's go back to main screen to turn off the robot arm for mounting setting. As I mentioned, mounting setting is very important because of gravity compensation. Go back to mounting screen, and use preset icons or manual control buttons for adjust the mount of your robot. Make your own mounting setting like me. You can type detail tilted angle data if you want. After the setting is done, click Apply button to apply the setting value to your robot. Congratulations! Now you've done the first step for using robot safely. This training material is based on RotiVer 1.6 and you can check the version by clicking the icon on the right top of the screen. On the top layer of the screen, you can also see Help, Login icons. If you are logged out or not authorized, you cannot open programming and other screens in accordance with account setting. In the next chapter, we will learn about robot setting. Thank you for your concentration and see you next step.